All of these things, Bhai Amrik Singh, General Shebeg Singh. It's their blood we wear on our heads. This is why we have our crowns. So if we have 5 minutes today to listen, let's try and listen, open our ears, and listen to the stories of those who died for us. This Gurdwara, what do you think is built on the foundations? The foundations aren't bricks. The foundations are the bones of those little Sahibzade who stood up in Sirhind. And they weren't just bricked alive, my friends. If I come here maybe in the Shahidi Saka time, I can tell you that Bhai Ratan Singh Pangu in his Panth Prakash, he tells us the Sahibzade weren't just bricked alive. A 5-year-old and a 7-year-old were laid down on the floor. The Jalads, the executioners, put their knees on the chests of the Sahibzade, pulled out knives, slowly cut their necks. Not one time, slowly, 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 slowly. And Ratan Singh Pangu writes that Baba Fateh Singh's body moved for 12 minutes after he had cut the neck. The Babaji's feet were still moving, a 5-year-old's feet. Think about it, your Guru's sons. Because they're his sons, we think it's far away from us. But imagine it was your brother that was happening to. This is not just to get emotional, this is to see what we really have. These things are not made out of cloth, there are crowns. These Gurdware, these are our fortresses. Yeah? Gurudware hue, soji paisi. This is the place to learn. And I'm trying to give you lines from Gurbani. I know that sometimes when we listen to Gurbani and Gurbani Vichar, it's easy to turn off. It's easier to listen to stories, which is why I'm giving you both at the same time. What happened in 1716? Stevenson, part of the East India Company, he comes to Delhi and he sees the Sikhs being killed, 100 Sikhs every day. And the Mughals called it Tamasha Qatl. Yeah? What's a Tamasha? A joke, a laugh, a drama, isn't it? A tamasha. What's a tamasha? You know? It's a joke or a drama or a play. And the Mughals have said, if you want to laugh, come and laugh at the Sikhs. 100 of them are going to be killed every day. But Stevenson writes, I am amazed that not one Sikh gave up his religion. That's a Gora, European, writing this. He saw it with his eyes. He said, not one Sikh. And the emperor at that time, his name was Frakshir. And Frakshir went to one of his advisors. He said, why do these Sikhs not give up their religion? How is it that they're so great? And I'm talking to you about Gurbani line, Ana honde aap vandai. When you have nothing and you still give. Frakshir said to one of his ministers, tell me why I've tried to kill these Sikhs. I've killed them hundreds every day. I've set fire to their houses. Why are they not dying? He said, come with me, I'll show you. Frakshir goes to the jail. And in that jail, they have an old Gursikh, elderly Gursikh with a white beard. They have a Naujawan who's 25, my age. I'm still Naujawan, by the way. 25 is still young. They have a Naujawan Gursikh, black dada standing there. And they have a young Gursikh at the age of 7 or 8. And they haven't given them food for a few days. And what they do is one person, the jailer, throws in one prashada. One crusty prashada, throws it and says to Frakshir, watch, this is why the Sikhs are going to win. Throws in a prashada, and that prashada lands in the middle of the 3 Sikh. One is a Buzurg, remember, one's an old Sikh with a white beard, one's a Naujawan with a black beard, and one is 7 or 8, no beard on his face at the moment. Yeah? And as they look there, the prashada falls in the middle. And you know what happens? The youngest, he picks up the prashada, he says, I'm too young to fight. If I die, it doesn't matter. But my older brother, the Naujawan, he's strong, he can fight the enemy. You eat the prashada. He said to the Naujawan, to the young Gursikh, you eat the prashada, if I die, it doesn't matter. And you know what, the Naujawan got the prashada in his hand when he looked at the young Gursikh, and he took the prashada, he put it in front of the Buzurg. He said, I'm young, I can live, even if I don't get something to eat, I can still live. But the Buzurg, he needs food to survive, and we need him to tell us what we're going to do, the plan, because he's seen things before us. He's fought many battles, he's got the experience. Think about what Gursikhi is. It's not just, oh, Sikhi is not just you're born into the house of a Sikh. If you're born into a doctor's house, do they say to you, yeah, tomorrow go and pick up a scalpel and cut someone's stomach open? If your dad's a doctor and you walked into the hospital and he said, out of the way, मैं doctor da munda, mainu sab pata. and you pick up a scalpel and you're about to operate on someone, what do you think that person's going to say? He's going to say, are you out of your mind? Are you mad? He's going to say, have you been to university? Have you got a degree? Yeah? Have you gone into the school? This Gurdwara is our school. How many times have we sat and listened to the lesson of the Guru? How many times have we tried to live the lesson of the Guru? Anyway, that Naujawan picks up the prasad that he puts in front of the old man. And the old Gursikh takes the prasad that he breaks it into 3 parts. And he gives one little bit to each. Yeah? And the jailer, he turned around to Faraksh and he goes, that's why you're never going to be able to kill the Sikhs. Why? Because we had so much love for each other, Khalsa ji. We had love for our elders, the elders had love for the youngers. Why? Because they were ready to fight. Ana honde aap vandai. Even if a Sikh doesn't have anything, even if he just has one patya hoya chola, if he sees another person, he'll give it to that. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj, when they were young, they're walking outside of their house. It's a marriage ceremony of one of the other Sahibjade of Guru Har Gobind Sahib. And Guru Tegh Bahadur has a beautiful chola on. And they see someone who doesn't have any clothes. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib takes his chola off, puts it on. That child. An honde aap vandaye ko aisa bhagat sadaye. That is a bhagat. And what is Guru Ramdas Ji saying? Tan tan bhag. Tina bhagat jana. What is a bhagat? That is what I want you to understand. Yeah? Bhagat is someone who loves God that much. If we carry on. Tan tan bhag, tina Sant Jana will come up next. Sant Jana. Why Sant Jana? Sant is not just someone who wears a chola or wears a white dastar or a blue dastar. Jina saas giras na visre. Har na mamman manda tan se sei nanaka puran soi Sant. If someone has got an ara on their head, you understand the word ara? A sore. Someone's got a sore on their head and still they don't forget God, then they're a Sant. By Mati Das, he's cut in half. And as his body falls in 2 parts, what happens? Japji Sahib comes out of both halves. Out of one half comes Janina Antyaya, out of the other side comes Gaye Masakat Kaal, out of one half comes Nanak Tem Ujle, out of the other side comes Keti Shutina. I'm not going to talk about how or why. I'm just going to give you Guru Granth Sahib. I'm not going to talk about science. I'll tell you what Guru Granth Sahib Ji says. Guru Granth Sahib says, Meen pakar kantyo ar phankyo prant kyo bo bani. If you take a fish and someone catches the fish, then someone cuts the fish into half, then someone boils the fish, then someone chews the fish, then they eat that fish. When they sleep at night, they get up and they say, can I have water? Can I have water? Why? Because that fish is inside is still calling out for pani. If a fish loves pani that much, if a fish can love water that much, that it can be digested and still call out for water, a Guru ka Sikh can be cut in half and still cry out Gurbani, Gurbani. That is a Sant. Saas giras na visre, who never forgets God. Carry on. Tan tan pag, tena sad jana. Sad means someone who's won their mind. Sadhya. Yeah? No dware sad, sad sadaya. Bhai Gurdas Ji says again. I'm going through this very heavily because I want you to try and understand Gurbani Vichar. I did give the topics of Gurbani Amrit, but this is a